In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to send data from one activity to another using intents. So what activity are we going to be sending data from? Well, we're going to be sending data from our main activity. Remember, that activity looks like this. So what activity are we going to be sending data to? Well, we're going to be sending data to our additional activity. Remember, that activity looks something like this. So we're going to be continuing off the code that we created in the last video. I'm going to go ahead and pull open my main activity because the way we send data is actually, as I said, using intents. So we're going to use that intent from the last video, and we're going to use a special method called putExtra that allows us to send data from one activity to the other. So you'll notice that I used that intent, I typed in putExtra, and now it's asking me for a key value pair. So we have a string that acts as our key, so that whatever activity we're sending data to can say, hey, give me the data associated with this key. So how do we actually create that key? Well, it's pretty simple, and we have some naming conventions behind it. So we say up at the top of our activity, public final static string, and then we name our key extra, and then whatever that particular type of value is going to be. So I might say extra, hello Android string. Or I could just say extra hello Android. That would probably work. So from there, we usually follow that with our package name for our key. So com.thomasbrown.hello Android in my case. And then we do a constant notation. So in our case, we would say something maybe like hello Android. It really depends on what kind of data we're sending. So the reason I named it this was because I'm going to be sending a string of hello Android. So I'm going to copy this key here, and I'm going to put here in my putExtra for my first parameter, the extra hello Android, and then afterwards I'm going to put in whatever string I actually want to send. So I'll say something like, as I said, hello Android. Great, so I'm going to send that string under the key com.thomasbrown.hello Android and then .hello Android. So that's how we send a string. We can actually send any other type of data we want, or any primitive, I should say, using the same thing, or using the same method. So I could say intent.putExtra, and now let's say I want to send an integer, and that integer we'll use to set our rating in our additional activity screen in our next video. So I might say something like extra, rating. Right? And I'll define that at the top here. So once again, I'm going to say public final static string. And this will all make sense in the next video. Trust me, if it's kind of not, fully making sense right now, in the next video, everything should all come together. So we'll say extra rating is equal to com.thomasbrown, once again, .hello Android. We do the package name. I'll just say rating. Right? So that's going to be our key. So now you'll notice extra rating is defined, and now the value I want to send is, I'll send 4. Actually, I'll send 3 for 3 stars, right? So now you might be asking yourself, okay, well, why the heck do we define our keys like this? Well, the reason we define our keys like this is so that it ensures that our keys are always unique in case our application interacts with other apps, right? We don't ever want our keys getting confused with somebody else's. So, believe it or not, that actually sums up how we send data to another activity. In the next video, we're going to be working on how we actually receive this data from that activity. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.